Hi, everyone. I know I normally start the podcast with like a funny clip or something here, but today I'm going to start a little different. Last week I said I was going to take a week off because there was some changes coming that I was working on, and I have been. And this video intro is part of that, and I wanted to be thoughtful and take my time, so let me share the big news. Knitting My Shit Together is going to be changing in that it will still be centered on neurodivergence and yarn, but I am going to have a co-host. So I'm really excited and happy to announce that Annika, who uses they, them pronouns, and who can be found at Tea Fueled Living. You may have heard me talk about them in previous podcasts as well, is going to be co-hosting with me. And I'm really excited. We're going to have to play with technology. We're going to be recording us using the Zoom software right now, and we'll change and adapt as we go. So let's get started. Screen. Let me exit to make sure it's recording. It's recording. And I'll obviously edit that out, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Welcome to Knitting My Shit Together, a knitting and fiber arts podcast where neurodivergence and yarn collide. My name is Farrah, and I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And my name's Annika, and I'm currently in San Antonio, Texas.
And welcome to the first episode of the Two of Us podcast. Yay! So we are both going to now be using the Knitting My Shit Together Instagram handle. It'll have posts from both of us. And I guess we're going to have to figure out a way where, I guess we can sign them, huh? And people will probably be able to tell eventually, too. Yeah. So there's that. What else? We'll talk about other stuff toward the end when we talk about life in general. But I wanted you all to get a chance to know Annika and share whatever they want to share. And yeah. How did we meet?
I think you followed me on Instagram and commented on one of my posts, and then I followed you back, and I don't remember how we started talking from there.
Okay.
It was too long ago, and my brain just doesn't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So take it away, Annika. This is our mental health moment, which we're going to do in the first half just because it makes more sense to do an introduction in the first half.
I'm Annika. I use they, them pronouns. I have a laundry list of mental illnesses. The ones that affect me the most are bipolar disorder and ADHD. And yeah, I'm medication resistant, which is fun. And yeah, DBT saved my life.
We're both DBT people. Okay, what does medication resistant mean, just in case people don't know?
Oh, okay. So my body has a hard time processing medication. If we're honest, my body just has a hard time processing pretty much everything. My body has a hard time processing medication, and so my body doesn't react to medication the way that doctors or typical people's bodies should react in the way that doctors expect it to react. My most common symptom is having an allergic reaction to the medications. And so my psychiatrist has used the all over encompassing term of being medication resistant, as my body is resistant to absorb or use the medications correctly. So,
and just so people know, Annika is in San Antonio now.
Yes, and I'm normally in Moses Lake, Washington. I'm currently visiting family, and we're leaving super early tomorrow morning. My dad is driving my kids and I back up to Washington. So, yeah.
And you get to do all the knitting while he drives.
I get to knit again, yeah. On the way down, I knit a full pair of socks. So now that I'm like in sock mode, my sock knitting's going a lot faster, and I'm expecting to hopefully at least finish another pair of socks, if not knit part of another one. So, yeah.
Okay, I interrupted. Do you have anything else you want to share? Medication resistant, you explained that.
Yes.
What else do you want to share to introduce yourself, if anything?
Yeah, DBT saved my life. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I have read the book series over 40 times and read Harry Potter fan fiction the most after that. My psychiatrist and my therapist now use how quickly I move through the Harry Potter books as a benchmark of how my mental health is doing and how the medications I'm on are working. So that's really cool. Speaking of Harry Potter, I am a Hufflepuff, and I am very happy to be a Hufflepuff. And every single test that I have ever taken, including the Pottermore one 3 times, and a bunch of other like BuzzFeed quizzes and stuff like that, have come up with Hufflepuff every single time.
I don't know what that means, and I don't know what house I'm in, but go on.
Except for BuzzFeed's, what house are you in according to your pizza order? I'm a Slytherin according to that because I like pepperoni, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that works and why they chose that, but yeah. So there's that for what it's worth. My favorite colors are rainbow and glitter, if we're really honest. And, I haven't met a color I haven't liked, and especially if it's like super bright. The brighter, the better. Yeah. I don't know what else to share.
I mean, people will get to know you as we do shows every week and stuff. And so last week I took a break because I'm having to redo some things and the things.
Self-care.
Yeah. Okay. Whips. I have none.
You have none? You have no whips?
I don't think so.
We started sock week today. You have no whips? You finished a sock?
Oh, I mean FOs.
Oh, I was like...
No, I have a million whips. I have no FOs. Sorry, brain fart. Okay. FOs.
I was like, I know you're a fast knitter, but I didn't realize you were that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the 5 or 7 whips I have right now, finished all of them last night.
You had a really productive day today. All right. So I have 2 FOs then. If
awesome.
We're doing instead of whips.
Sorry.
All right. So this is my first FO. These are just vanilla socks. They're knitted in Knitted Wits Moduli curve, and I really, really like how they
pooled.
Yeah, pooled. I really like it. And plus, this is the first pair of socks that I've knit that actually fit my feet, so I'm really excited. And they actually fit on my. I've told Farrah, but the first pair of socks that I ever knit, I knit cuff down. These are toe up, and the cuff was so tight that I could not get it on my foot, and so I never knit the second sock, and I literally just donated the one sock to Goodwill. Because I was so angry. So I'm really happy that these were a success. The other finished object that I have this week.
Oh, I love this.
Is this cardigan. And it was designed by the Woolly Kraken. I don't think it's been released yet, but it is size inclusive. This is the 4X size, which is 72 inches, and it's supposed to be an oversized cardigan, and it's so comfy, and it fits, and it's mine, and I'm really happy. So, yes. I
love how that self-striping yarn came out. What yarn was it, and what size needles did you use? And just so
Okay,
you know, you're freezing occasionally.
Oh no.
And then your voice and your mouth are getting out of sync.
Whoops. That's weird.
It's fine now, but it's just interesting. And just so you all know, like, you know, this is all new technology stuff, and we're going to figure it out as we go. And, oh, but we can put our pronouns in, but mine isn't in. Hold on, people. I'm going to rename myself so my pronouns are up.
Yay, there we go. All right, so the yarn that I used was, the striped yarn is Karen Cakes in Honeyberry that I found on clearance. And then the gray that I did for the banding and for the cuffs is Woolies, and they're
Like,
it's just their gray color that they had.
so how much total did you spend on that cardigan?
I spent $32 total for this cardigan.
So awesome.
Yeah. So, and it's a 75% wool, 25% acrylic.
Nice.
So like it's heavy. It's so nice. I'm so excited for it to not be like in the high 90s or hundreds. Like we can actually wear sweaters again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you worn it at all in the AC there, or is it still too hot? Even
still too hot. My body has a really hard time regulating temperature, so I wore it to take pictures for like 5 minutes outside, and that has literally been the only time that I've worn it since I've made it, which makes me a little sad.
You know.
But yeah.
Okay. So you had two FOs.
Yeah.
I like that. You did say the yarn on your socks. What you did say you did toe up. You did afterthought heel.
Yes, and they're just plain vanilla socks.
And what size needle do you knit those on?
2s.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a tight knitter, so I do 2s.
Okay. I guess now we can go to whips then. Real,
okay.
Actual whips, of which I have an overwhelming amount. I feel like slightly frustrated by all the whips. Did that stop me from casting out a new pair of socks at midnight? No. So, okay, should we take turns? How many whips do you have? Or should I do a few and you do one, or what?
I literally just have 2, because I have so many whips, but all of them but 2 are at home. So,
okay. So I'm just going to show things I've worked on, and then you can go. How about that?
That's great.
All right. First off, striped socks. So this is my fringe supply bag. Okay. I've worked on Issa's college box o socks. And this is the second sock. The first sock is done with the heel put on.
Awesome.
This is Knit Picks Felici Grape Gatsby. My Luca size 1 needles. I'm doing them toe up, a vanilla sock pattern, magic loop, and I have my Firefly notes. I don't know if I've shown this one yet. It's a kitty cat. Progress keeper from Firefly Notes. I know.
Cute.
And she sent me too, in the package. I dropped my stitch markers the other day. They went all over my hardwood floor.
Oh no.
And you know I use all the brass and metal ones. And on the 100-year-old hardwood floor, some have not been found.
Oh no.
I will find them, but she also threw in a couple of these stitch markers.
Cute.
I know. So that happened. Anyway, so 1 pair of socks, Grape Gatsby. The other pair, kind of that's a whip, is I'm halfway through the more striped socks for Issa's college box of socks, but I haven't even cast on the second one. I have the first one done, even with a toe, using that Patton's Croy, the blue striped rag. I just can't find it, but it's around here somewhere. Okay, third pair of socks is, I love these. I caved and cast on my mustache yarns. This is the Vespa colorway. I'm doing it on my size ones. I have the first sock done except for the cuff and the heel. So I have that gray yarn I use for all my heels and toes and cuffs that I'm going to use. And I realized I could do one. I basically did two full repeats, and then I'm going to do the cuff. I thought about reversing the stripe sequence.
That'd be cool.
On the second sock. I'm not for sure yet, though, but I might. I was inspired by our friend Sultan, who did that on his. I was like, maybe I should do that. So that's sock number 3. Then socks number 4, I cast on at midnight because me and Annika and our friend Sultan are doing Sock Week 2019, which runs the same time as Shark Week, but it's not Shark Week. And the goal is to knit a sock, which is probably all I will get done for it. And I am knitting the Samphire sock by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade on all the things, because I joined her Handmade Sock Society season 2, and this is the second pattern in it. And I'm knitting it using Forest Fiber Arts avocado in the 4-ply sock. I love this yarn.
Oh, that is so pretty.
So, okay, I am knitting this upside down because the pattern's written cuff down and I knit toe up. So really the pattern should probably, I don't know, because this is the thing. I can't do it backwards. This is what I figured out, because there's a part where I would have to knit into a yarn over that doesn't yet exist if I knit it in reverse. So I'm knitting it like I started at the cuff, but I really started at the toe. So I don't know what that does to it. Would it be upside down then?
Yeah, I think the pattern's just going to be upside down.
Yeah. But, so yeah, Forest Fiber Arts, avocado, and look at, I mean, you can see pretty. How tonal it is. Yeah. And this is another Firefly Notes Progress Keeper, the bunny, continuing my nature theme. Okay. The only other thing I really worked on, project number 5, I have more projects, whips going, but is my Sherry Chevron shawl. I'm in the middle of a row by Amba O'Brien. I finished, it smells so sheepy. I finished all the increases. Now I'm onto the decrease chart, and that was a feat, as Annika knows. Okay, so these last, this stripe and this stripe were the last on the increases, and I knit them probably, how many times do you think? 4?
At least 4. Yeah, the red one I saw you unpick at least 4 times. So
I don't know what was happening. I just kept screwing it up and then having to pick back because it was because then I would try and fix it without picking back and then screw it up so bad that I had to then pick back because I jacked it up. But I love it. I just have to start, get going on the decreases. So, okay, and this is so the burgundy is the Claret colorway by Walk Collection that I got at Stephen B. like years ago when I first moved back to Minneapolis. And then the other stripe is called Kitchen Sink, and it is by Muse 2320 Fiber Company. I love it. Sarah, who owns Muse, there's 13 colors in kitchen sink. And I love how it's knitting up with this.
So pretty.
Yeah. Fingering weight yarn. I'm doing mine on US 5 needles, which is 3.75 millimeters. And that's my whips. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I feel overwhelmed by them all.
It could be because you're like at substantial points with all of them.
Yeah.
Like maybe because you can see the finish line with all of them, that it's like I have so many that I'm almost done with that I just need to get done. Because I know when I get to that point with several whips, I get overwhelmed and stressed about it.
That's what I need to do, is just not cast on anything new and just finish all of these, and then I'll just cast on a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, that's what I might do. But I cast on a new sock last night. Okay, how about you?
Okay, so I have.
Oh, what are you wearing, by the way? Because I'm not wearing any knitwear right now, but what are you wearing? Is that crocheted?
I am wearing, this is the Cakes to the Tango by Gwen Knits, and a group of friends and I who live super close to each other, we all get together and do like mini crochet alongs together. And this was one of them. This was the one that I chose. So this is in Lion Brand Mandala. Let's see, this is the Gnome colorway, and Mandala Baby in Echo Falls, which is the blue. So the blue ones is the Echo Fall one, and then the bright rainbow, because I have a type, is Mandala and Gnome.
I love that. I love that shawl.
Thank you. Me too. Cute. Okay, so my 2 whips for this week are bow socks. The first one is the sock that I cast on last night with, and for sock week.
And we stayed up till midnight. If you follow on Instagram, we stayed up till midnight because that's when you could cast on, me and Annika and Sultan.
Yeah.
And we all got on video chat and cast on.
Yes. And then I did a little bit over half of the toe, and then I'm like, I'm literally falling asleep as I'm knitting. I need to go to bed. And then, yeah, so I knit this much today. And then this yarn is
that like half a sock for you? You think half the foot?
I don't know. Let's see, this is about 6 inches. So yeah, this is about half a sock. Since I'm doing that with flat heel, I have about half a sock done.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. And then this yarn is. Oops. Here we go. Okay. So this yarn I got on clearance at one of the yarn stores that we went to here. And it's called Online Super Sock. And this is the neon color 2. It's a German brand. Like all of the information on the back is in German. Which made me a little bit happy because I'm currently learning German through Duolingo. So that's pretty cool. Yes. So I have this vanilla sock. And then this is being knit on my Chiagu red laces. These are also a US size 2. I'm doing the magic loop method.
It looks like a watermelon kind of from here. But I don't know if that's just the light. The sock.
Oh, it's like highlighter yellow. Like.
Oh, really? It looks green.
I know. I can see that. No, it's. Here, what if I hold it back here? Does it look more yellow back here?
Kind of, yeah.
It's highlighter yellow. It's really cool. Makes me wish I had a black light and was going like cosmic bowling or something. I think these would be like the best socks to wear to that. All right. And then the other whip that I have for this week is another vanilla sock This one doesn't have the heel in yet, and I've only made one sock so far. But I finished it like an hour and a half before we cast on at midnight last night, just so I could start sock week on time. This yarn is, let's see if I can get it to, come on, focus please. There we go. This yarn is Bang 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 by Nerd Girl Yarns. And this is on her Bounce and Stomp.
It's so pretty.
Sock base. Yeah. And I'm really excited because this yarn is so soft too. I don't know, like there's just a complete difference feel wise between the online yarn and Nerd Girl yarns. Like it's so soft and cozy, and I'm really, really excited to wear them once I get them done. So
do we have totally opposite taste in yarns? I think in some things we do, but some things we don't. But I think we appreciate each other's yarns.
Yeah.
Like, I think we both like rainbow stripes.
Yes. Yes.
But I think, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And pattern of the week, just so I can let people know. So Annika and I are going to, rather than doing a pattern of the week, we're going to do a midweek thing where we go over the what's hot now on Ravelry things.
Yeah.
Which will be fun. We tried it once, but then didn't air it because I decided not to air it because I decided to instead ask Annika to co-host with me, and they said yeah, and so I thought it would be weird to release it before, and you all be like, what's going on? And then...
Who is this person?
And then... Now they're out of date, those patterns.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting because I've been searching... or been looking through the Ravelry like top patterns every day just to see how quickly it changes. And I think only one of the ones that we went over is still in the Ravelry top 5. And I'm just like, it's amazing how quickly it all shifts.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
So,
we should figure out how they do those algorithms too. Like, how does something become in the top 5?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. I'll maybe Google it. Yeah. So that's the thing with the pattern of the week, because I don't know. I like going over top 5. Yeah.
I do too. And I have to be honest, like going over the top 5 with you, I feel like is a new way that you enable me to buy more patterns.
Okay. Speaking of enabling, acquisitions. So what are your feelings on going, what are your thoughts on going over acquisitions? Like, I know you have a haul because you're on vacation. And so I think we'll do that. So when you get back home to your whole haul,
yes,
is the day I leave for Stitches, Midwest.
Yes.
So should we maybe do a separate video with both of our hauls? I mean, I need you to show me privately way before that, but...
Of course, yeah.
But...
I think since you'll be with Sultan, like, maybe we can get on Zoom and, like, chat for 10, 15 minutes so I can just open all the packages that I got. Yes! But I only have to show you guys once instead of twice.
Okay, that's what we'll do. And then we'll record a separate video where we show, like, your haul and my Stitches haul, which I don't know how big it's going to be. I have this whole plan where I'm not going to get anything unless it feels really special, but we'll see how that works. I don't know. Because I did just have to buy a new bin. Because I shared how in the beginning of the podcast, I was feeling all self-righteous, like, I only have this small stash, and how now I've overflowed that and I have to do a new thing. But here's the deal. So, okay, philosophical thoughts. Some people are like, we don't like watching that because, you know, like the whole consumerism argument, all of that. I don't know all the arguments. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that I've been working really hard to be intentional with the yarn that I'm buying. Like, not necessarily like how much yarn I'm buying, if we're honest, but just who I'm buying yarn from. And so, like, I've been making more of an effort to buy from like BIPOC and LGBT and other marginalized group yarn dyers. And so, I don't know, I feel like it's a good way to help get their names out there and like show their beautiful stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's my thing too, is I'm like, people can always skip this part, but I just feel like it's a way to talk about independent artists.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll share a couple of the things I got. I can't even remember what all I've gotten since last time. Okay. I know a few things. Oh, here's a few things. Okay. Oh.
That's so funny. Like, since that is your knitting chair, I've never realized that like the bowl you just pulled it out of is where all your self-striping yarn has been. Like, it just didn't.
It's not where all of it is. It's one of my 3 jars.
That's so, like, it never clicked in my head that was like a self-striping jar. I was like, oh.
It is.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is Mustache Yarns, and it's the Woodstock 50 colorway. So Mustache does this whole summer concert series thing, and this is Woodstock, and it was on. This is the Must Match skeins, the same as like my sock I'm knitting is Mustache Yarns, the Vespa colorway. Did I say it was Vespa, by the way?
Yes, you did.
Okay. This is Vespa. This is Woodstock. And it is very pretty. I think this is a 20 stripe repeat.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I love it. And I can't wait to cast it on. So that's one acquisition I got. I kind of love Mustache Yarns. And I also love Query fibers. So this came more self-striped yarn. This one's called Cooler and Warmer.
Ooh.
And it kind of goes like blues to reds, back to blue. It's really cool when you see it all patterned up, and I really like it. It's, okay, I should say this too. So this is on Query Fibers. It doesn't say a base. It's self-striping. And, yeah, you can go to queryfiber.com and get it. And it's 25 superwash merinos, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon. My brain is not working tonight for some reason because I called FO's whips, and I think I got out of the habit. I didn't record for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then now it's a new thing.
It's all good.
Oh, and this was all mutual enablement because Query was having a sale, and so I got on with Sultan, and Annika and was like, oh my god, because we all like knitting self-striped socks. Query's having a sale. And then Annika was like, so is Knit Picks. So then I got on Knit Picks, and this is Knit Picks Hawthorne fingering, and it's called Black Rainbow. And it's basically black with rainbow. Like there will be a little strip, I'm guessing, or rainbow, or an occasional micro stripe or 2. That's going to be cool. And yeah, so that's yarn that I can think of. Oh, and then I got some Notion pin things. Okay, this one was a gift. And this is from my friend Kathy, who owns Whatnot. And it's a kookaburra stitch marker. Is it kookaburra or kookaburra?
Kookaburra.
Kookaburra, which is a bird in Australia. And she sent it to me to keep it with the theme of my nature things. I'm like, if you don't have friends sending you kookaburra stitch markers, you need new friends. So this is from Whatnot, and I love it. And the next time, it's a stitch marker, not a progress keeper. So the next time I have something that requires a beginning of round marker, this is going to be it. Okay. Then I also got the Yarn Ovaries pin from Shelly Ken. Did it as a fundraiser when I think when all the stuff came out in Mississippi in Alabama about the abortion bans they did, and people were raising money for like Yellow Fund. Shelly Can came out with this, the Yarn Ovaries pin, and a portion of the proceeds went to Yellow Fund, and Yellow Fund is one of the there's this group like the National Network of Abortion something or other, but basically what they do is they will help people who are seeking to get an abortion if they can't in the state they're in. They will help pay for them to go to a state where they can. And I'll help with all the costs around that. So that's what I got, the Yarn Ovaries pin. And I think that's really it, mostly.
It being called a Yarn Ovaries that pin makes so much more sense. Like, I thought it was just, like, supposed to be cutesy since it was going towards, like...
Yellow Fund thing?
Yellow Fund and, like, that sort of thing. And since it was done by yarn fiber people, like, they did that, but it being a yarn ovary makes it so much better. I love it.
Yeah. And I think that's it so far for acquisitions. I don't know. Okay. Shameless self-promotion, I guess. I don't know. So things are happening in Tomboy Femme bags. There's Annika's Tomboy Femme bag that
it goes pretty much everywhere with me, and it currently is fitting 2 pairs of socks and all of the yarn and my needles and notions that go with it.
And that's a small size bag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my bin of bags. I'll be right back. Sorry. I forgot that.
Shameless self-promotion while forgetting what you're promoting. That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, so I think I shared on the last one, but I don't know. So I love words and quotes and poems and all the things. And I had started embroidering stuff onto bags. Oh, so I did one that said not sticking to the knitting. That Sultan bought. I did some pronoun ones, but they were directly onto the bags. And now I'm doing something different. So like, here's some examples. So this was the pronoun ones I'd done, but I don't love how hard it is to see. And I think I'm going to actually rip this one apart and redo it.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you really love this and you want to buy it, you have a week before I decide what I'm going to do with it. So I did like they, them. Oh, this is a plain one. I did Grello AF, which is awesome. But then I realized, I could put patches on, like, you remember those word fridge poems? That. So, like, I did he, him, and these are this is all in my shop now, tomboyfembags.com. They, them.
Oh, I love that one.
Fuck Trump. I decided to be political. She, her. And these are notions pouches, so they don't have pockets. They hold plenty. I did a Ravelry one that says agree, and I'm going to maybe do some more of those. And then, of course, I did my regular bags. I can't remember what the names of them all are, but there's a whole bunch in there. So you should go to my website at Tomboy Femme Bags. And then I had the idea, what I should do is start doing bigger bags with words, not just notions pouches. And I can put whole lines from quotes and different things. So one of them's already packaged to go out. I did a line from an Emily Dickinson poem, but somebody snagged that one, and so it's already in its mailer to go out tomorrow, so I'm not going to show that. But I love the poet Mary Oliver, and this is from an essay she did, actually. So it says, attention is the beginning of devotion. And this has a pocket. This is the sock to go bag. So it has a pocket, a detachable handle with a button, zipper top. I love it. I'm actually making myself a bag to use at Stitches. I'm like, I should probably be carrying one of my own bags. So I'm doing the Mary Oliver quote, I believe in kindness, also in mischief. And that's going to be, so you'll see me carrying that around. And I have the word kindness done already.
Nice.
Yeah. That's it for shameless self-promotion, really. But it's fun. I just have been doing a lot of embroidery and everything, and I have to figure out, I'm developing systems. I don't know. Yeah. That's it for Tomboy Femme Bags. Life in general.
Life in general.
So I'm going to Stitches. I'm excited. I leave in 3 days.
I'm excited for you.
There was something else. Oh, we have a Ravelry group.
Yeah.
Talk about it, Annika.
Okay, so we have a Ravelry group. It's under the name Knitting My Shit Together. So if you know the name of our podcast, you can find the name of our Ravelry group.
And I think I put an asterisk in the name, like it is on YouTube, so that we don't have to deal with sweary censorship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's supposed to be a group where other neurodivergent crafter fiber artists can come and chill together and be a safe place for that.
Or if you're neurotypical and
you're welcome too.
Yeah, and just think we're all cool. You're welcome.
Because we are.
We would want to be in our group too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put guidelines up there. There's community guidelines. What else? There's international emergency numbers.
Yes.
I think that's that. And next week, we're going to announce our first knit along. And I'm super excited.
I'm so excited for this. We've already been talking about what yarn we're going to use for this knit along, and we've been discussing this knit along for a couple weeks now, and trying to get the ideas and the plans ironed out, and I'm really excited for it.
Me too. And so just so you know, it's going to be all winter long.
And it's size inclusive.
It's size inclusive. It's going to be all winter long. So it's going to start October 1st and run until March 31st. And there's going to be prizes.
Yes.
We already have, obviously I'll donate a bag, and we already have yarn donated from someone else. And so if anybody else, because it is 6 months long, if you have something you want to donate to get the word out about your stuff, you can message me and Annika. You can DM us on Instagram or message the group on Ravelry. Reach out to us on Ravelry. But yeah, I think DMing on Instagram is probably the way to go, the quickest way to go, because we're both on Instagram all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. What else of life in general? I don't know. I'm really mellow today.
I know. I feel really tired today. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of like the anticipation of tomorrow. Tomorrow we're leaving to go back to Washington, and so begin a 3-day like straight driving trip. And like the way down was really nice and really cool, and I got to go through states I've never been in before, and we're going a little bit different route on the way home, so I get to hit 2 other states I've never been in before, so I'm really, really excited. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess just the anticipation of the trip is making me feel kind of tired and sleepy today more than anything else. Like, I could have taken a nap today, and I'm not normally a napper, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know why I feel mellow today. I got a lot done today.
You did.
I organized my whole studio space. Hamilton isn't here. Do you know why Hamilton isn't here?
No, where is he?
Issa and Issa's girlfriend. So Issa's girlfriend is one of Hamilton's favorite people. So when she's here, he's wherever they are. But I cleaned my studio today. I did laundry. I did some dishes. I also dealt with a Hamilton peeing issue.
Oh, no.
Have I told you this? He, like creatures with penises everywhere, can't hit a spot. The way he was sitting on the litter box on the edge, pee would go out of the litter box.
Oh, gross.
And so Matthew's been spraying with the enzyme stuff all the time. Well, now I took over litter duties, and after dealing with it for a week, I'm like, you know what? No. And so I ordered new fresh litter. And I mean, we clean the litter every day, but I'm just like, gross, Hamilton. Like, how hard is it? There's this whole box of sand. So I got litter boxes with the dome lids and the entry door. And yeah, hopefully that will work.
Sweet. Fingers crossed for you, because cat pee sucks to get out of things.
It does. And fortunately, they haven't peed like on inappropriate fabrics or anything.
That's good.
I know, but I'm just like, gross. So I really hope this works and they take to the new litter boxes. I put them in the same place the old ones were, but I hope they take to them.
Yeah, I hope they do too.
So that's about cat pee. Let's see, what else? Life in general. That's it. I mean, I'm going to Stitches. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the knit along. So everybody needs to go on Ravelry. I started an introduce yourself thread. So introduce yourself. Moderators are all set up. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else? We ate a lot of ice cream this week.
We did. So much ice cream.
Okay, so I discovered Ben and Jerry's Half Baked, which I've never had.
Oh, that stuff is delicious.
With the brownies and the chocolate chip cookie dough.
So good.
And what else?
Baskin Robbins USS Butterscotch is so good too. Like
USS Butterscotch?
Yeah, USS Butterscotch is part of their Stranger Things collection of ice creams, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen the newest season of Stranger Things. The second season gave me really weird nightmares, and I just didn't need another reason to wake up stressed. So I haven't watched the third season yet. I'm going to wait till after I'm done with schoolwork. But yeah, no, it's butterscotch ice cream with toffee and butterscotch chips and a caramel swirl, and it is delicious. I have gotten it every single time we've gone to Baskin Robbins since being down here. So good.
I was in a restaurant in Denver once, and they got ice cream from a local creamery, and do you know what flavor it was? It was so good. Butterscotch salt.
Ooh.
It was so good.
That sounds amazing.
We got our first thumbs down ever on last week's episode, which was really when we talked about the sockmetition thing, was our first thumbs down. I think last time I looked, there were like 7 of them even.
Wow.
I know. So that happened.
I knew that people would get so worked up over the reputation of a white dude.
I know. Oh, okay, listening to things. Are you listening to anything or watching anything?
I'm watching a lot of things right now.
Oh, that's right.
I'm currently watching Go-Go Squid, which is a drama it's a drama TV show. It's in Chinese, and it's been slow going because the amazing subbers have been adding English subtitles to it, and since I don't speak Mandarin yet, I have to wait for the English subtitles. So I've been watching that, and it is amazing. It's a show. I don't know. It's about. I don't know how to describe it. It's amazing. I'll put the link in the show notes. You can check it out for free. You can watch it for free online. It's really great. The other show that I'm currently in the middle of is called What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. It's a drama in Korean, but all of the subtitles are there for the show. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's like part thriller, part romantic comedy, and like the characters are relatable, but there's also like really good like character development that's believable. Like you could believe that these are real people in real life. It's not like astronomical.
Yeah.
And then it also deals with like PTSD too, which is really, really cool. So
Okay.
Also for free. You can watch for free on the same website. I'll also put the link to that in the show notes.
And that's another thing. We're going to have show notes now because Annika lovingly offered to do show notes.
Yes.
I'll do the video editing. They will do the show notes. And we're going to put the show notes in the Ravelry group. I'll start a thread that says show notes, and they'll be in there. And I guess we could put the air date, huh? I don't know. Yeah, should we just put it in the comment feed? I don't know. I like them all in one place. It feels more organized.
Okay.
But it's up to you. You do whatever you want. I read, after the sockmetition thing, I got Audible. Because I've been using Libby, my library app, but I've realized that none of the books, it's hard. The books I really, really want to read, there's like a bazillion year wait list for. And sometimes they take them back before I'm ready. And so Audible, that won't happen. So the first book I got on Audible was White Fragility. And I listened to the whole thing, and it is so good. And every white person should have to listen to it. And it was interesting in light of the whole sockmetition thing, because I messaged Annika one day, and I'm like, wow, that whole thing literally happened by the book. Literally. According to the White Fragility book. I will say this, so everybody should read it. It's really good. So I'll just admit, because I think this is good to do. I'll just say this. So one of the only things. So here's a totally racist thing I was believing that I learned about from a white fragility book is the only qualm I ever really had about people being called out, and then this book pointed it out, white fragility, I'm like, oh, yeah, was people. I'm like, why don't they call them out privately instead of publicly? Like, why does it have to be public? Like, why can't it be private at first? And then if maybe they don't agree, you know what I mean? And that was a really wrong thinking. I'm just going to own that now. I know that now. I've learned that is wrong thinking because this is why. The racist thing wasn't done privately at all. It was done very publicly. So it's like we're supposed to be considering one person's feelings about being publicly questioned, critiqued, called out, called in, but we're not supposed to be concerned about the feelings of BIPOC folks who were in a very publicly way exposed to the other. You know what I mean? And so I realized, oh, okay. And, you know, I've never been like, I've never been like, people have to be nice. Like, I've always been like, I'm against respectability politics, but I guess this is a new way I hadn't really thought about it. That was one little thing I was thinking in the back of my head, and I think now I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay. I've learned something new. So, yeah, it was a good book. Everybody should read it. White people should. And now I'm listening to the book The Likeness by Tana French, who wrote, it's a book in a series called like the Dublin Mystery Series or something. And the first book was called In the Woods. And it's a mystery. And it was really good. And I read that one. And so I got the second book in the series on Audible. And I'm like into like chapter 5, I think. I was listening to it a lot today while I was cleaning and stuff.
Cool.
That's what I'm reading.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I have anything else. I think I'm just like, why do I feel so... I don't know. Whatever. I think maybe, you know what it is? Growing stages. Like the first time I did a podcast by myself, I look back now and I'm like, And I think maybe now that it's like both of us doing this, it'll be that whole thing over again.
That makes sense.
Don't you think?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to edit this. So everybody go to the Ravelry group. Follow us on Instagram. You should totally comment or subscribe and like this video, all the things for this video, because the more subscribers we have, the more cool things we can do.
Yes.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I might not get the show notes up until Wednesday.
Yeah. This week's show notes, who knows when.
Yes, they will be up hopefully sooner rather than later, but since I'm traveling cross country and have really bad reception for most of it, I'm not going to upload them, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Until I get home.
Which I've driven through many of the areas you're driving through, and it's horrible reception.
Yeah.
Do you think people who live in those places have like local providers or what?
I would assume so. I don't know.
I don't either.
I mean, like, we drove through several towns that had like less than 300 people. So on the way down here, and I would assume that they have to have some sort of like provider that so they can contact outside of their 300 person big town. I don't know.
Okay. If you live in a small area, where there isn't like T-Mobile coverage or something, or any of the big providers, tell us what you do.
Please.
Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. All right. I'm going to end the recording. So bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. We'll be back next week. Annika will be in their regular home.
Yes.
Look for a midweek Ravelry thing. Look for a dump of all the things we both got. Or should we do that next week's episode?
We could do that next week's episode. That works.
Okay.
Have it be our haul episode.
Yeah. This is our haul. Okay. Don't hang up yet, Annika. I'm going to stop.